always is the Rev PV and our sideline, Bennett and Johnson sideline reporter Shane Bennett. We are having technical difficulties at the moment, so Shane will be coming to you during the game, probably not during our pregame. But it's good to have you tonight, and hope that you've tuned in to listen to a football game tonight. We're playing the number one team in the state in Double A right now in Benedictine as they come in here, have a lot of good athletes, but we have a lot of good athletes as well, and we're looking for a good fall football game tonight, Rev.
Yeah, they Benedictine as always, or as advertised. As I was talking to Coach Langford this week, he assured me that this team has not dropped off any to some of the teams that they've had in the past. They're very big, they're very quick, they're very talented. They have 7 D1 prospects on their team, which means they've got 7 Division I college football prospects on their team. So Benedictine does not come in here, taking us lightly probably, but they don't come in here worried about a whole lot either because they have a lot of playmakers. If you try to stop them in the run, they can throw it. Their quarterback is a very, very good quarterback. In fact, last year he was ranked one of the number 1 sophomore quarterbacks in the state, and he's back again this year, just a junior, and you can see him take command as he steps out on the field. Their defense is something that coaches only dream about. They're big, they're quick, they are physical, and Benedictine is a very, very good football team. Our Red Raiders, very, very young this year. We have played very hard. We've been in just about every ball game that we played in. And I don't think that's going to be any different tonight. One thing that we have not lacked, and that is a total team effort. Our players do not get down. They do not quit. And every snap that they take, these young players who we played 9 sophomores last week, 2 freshmen last week, these young sophomores and juniors that we're playing this year, it's going to pay dividends in the weeks to come.
That's right, and Bacon County comes into the game 1-3 in region play, and we beat our cross-county rivals, Jeff Davis, here at home in our first region contest, and then we went and lost the next 3 region ball games, losing the games to Toombs County, Vidalia, and Swainsboro. And the way that the playoffs shape out right now, under the lights here at Red Raider Field, Bacon County, as your Red Raiders are hosting the Cadets of Benedictine. And we're sorry that we're late on the air as we've been having some technical difficulties. The QB here, Matt Peavy, alongside of me as always is the Rev, Travis Peavy. And tonight, hopefully we can get Shane Bennett with our Bennett Johnson sideline report tonight. But tonight's game is going to be a good one under the lights as Benedictine comes to town. They bring 7 D1 prospects that we're going to watch on the field, as well as watching our Red Raiders throw the ball around.
They are Benedictine, ranked number 1 in the state in AA. They beat powerhouse Glen Academy at the very beginning of the season, which is a 5A team. Benedictine for years played up in the upper echelon, the upper divisions of Georgia high school football. They came down a few years ago, and now they're making their presence known in AA as they're in the playoff hunt, and as recently as year before last, they won the state championship. So Benedictine is used to winning. They're used to winning big. They're undefeated here. They undefeated in the region, of course, and they bring a very big, a very powerful, a very fast football team to come to us tonight. As they are loaded with seniors, they're loaded with leadership, and we, on the other hand, are exactly the opposite. We're small, we're undermanned, we're undersized, we're young. We played 9 sophomores last week, 2 freshmen last week. But every time we take the field with these young guys, we're seeing our football team grow up. So right now we may be taking a few licks, but even tonight's going to be a learning experience. And I tell you what, one thing that I've noticed about our Red Raiders this year is they will not quit. They will always continue to fight, and you never know. Somebody somewhere tonight is going to shock somebody in this country. Why not us?
That's right, and we're looking forward to a good fought game. We will be without some of our Raiders tonight as Andrew Bloodsworth is out with a shoulder injury, as well as KJ Castile has come down with the flu, so we're going to have to play without 2 of our better players that have played with us all year long and have some more youth on the field. But it's a great time to grow up, and the season looks bright coming off of a huge loss or letdown last week where we had an opportunity, but that's just been the name of the season, the name of the game, I guess, this season for the Raiders. People getting injured and we just being that 1 point behind all year long. But those things do happen when you have a young team. But it's like you said, Rev, as people call us crazy and look at us, but we have gotten better. Coach Yates has done a tremendous,
outstanding job.
Yeah, with our defense, getting our guys in position. Offensively, we've done a good job. You want to give a shout out to our Lady Raiders softball team as they are headed back to Columbus this year. Didn't make it last year. I think it was the first time in several years that they didn't make it, but they will play 2 o'clock on Thursday against Heard County. And so we want to wish our Lady Raiders the best of luck, and great job, ladies, as they played a complete game, error-free in that first game this weekend, and 1-2. And so the girls are playing good. Coach Stephen Tyre and his staff, we wish them the best of luck. They've done a good job this season. And also from some of the games we're going to be following from around the region, Swainsboro is at Vidalia tonight. It's senior night. Toombs County travels to Metter. Jeff Davis travels to Bryan County. And Benedictine, of course, plays us here. We definitely need Jeff Davis in the long run of this season in the playoff picture. We need Jeff Davis to win for us. And how do you feel about pulling for the Jackets?
Well, right now I feel really, really good about it, to be honest with you. We need a little bit of help. Last weekend in Bryan and Metter, a game was played on Saturday. That game did not turn out the way that we needed it to. If that game had turned out the way that we needed that game to turn out, then we would have still more or less had our own destiny in our own hands. But right now we've got to win. We've got to win tonight, and then we've got to take care of business and win the next 2 nights for us to the next 2 games for us to have any chance of making it to the playoffs. We're excited about what's going on here. People are starting to come in here, and we're only down to about 16 minutes before kickoff time. So you still got plenty of time to get out here to the game. If you're not, ride with us tonight. We're going to let you know what's going on here between your Bacon County Red Raiders and the Benedictine Cadets. This time we're going to go back. Stay with us as we let you in on the Lamar's Pharmacy Coaches Show, and then we'll be coming back to carry you the rest of the way. God bless. You're listening to 93.5 The Eagle. Take the field. We see our captains for our Red Raiders as they're walking through the end zone, getting ready. I'll look across the field, and I see Benedictine's captains are in the end zone. And the officials are about to walk them down to the 50. And there they're going to meet in the middle on top of the big red BC, and we're about to get this game underway. We was talking a little bit about some of the games that's going on in the region, and more particularly some of the games that's going on in college football this week. Everybody's kind of interested in what Mark Richt is doing, and even though he started off gangbusters last night, I think was the third loss in a row that Miami
in a
Hurricanes.
big game. Mark Richt losing a big game. That's a shocker. That is a shocker.
No bigger shock than what took place in Athens last week as we lost to the Vandy Commodores. Tell me a little bit about what you thought about that.
Well, all I know is you ready to fire Kirby, so I'm a little bit disappointed in that.
You never heard me say that I was ready to fire Kirby.
No, we got the young team, young coach, got to learn a lot. I think everything just goes to the offensive line. So let's not waste our time talking about the dog. No, offensive line play is going to have to get much better. I hate it for Nick Chubb, one of the best running backs in college football, and he can't get a yard
too. Yeah.
But the future is bright. We're going to have to get some recruits in. Our offensive coordinator with the offense that he likes to call has to have those big linemen. He had them at Arkansas, and Arkansas have one of the top running games for several years. And so it's just going to take a few years to see, 3 or 4 years. And then after that, if we're losing games like this, then I think we can start worrying about if we got the wrong coach or not. So it's just going to be rough next couple of years.
Yep,
for the Dogs.
Alabama and Texas A&M, if there's anybody that looks like it's left on the schedule that has a chance to trip up Alabama, it would be Texas A&M. What's your thoughts on that game?
My thoughts is this. It's at Alabama. It is a game where there could be an upset, but I'm just telling you, Alabama just reloads every year. Defensively, they're going to present a lot of issues for A&M, and that quarterback that's playing for A&M, he's a little bit young and raw around the edges, and if Alabama puts a lot of pressure on him, I think that's going to be the deciding factor in the game, and the fact that they're playing at home. Their running back this year, their number one running back is their quarterback. He's an outstanding player. A lot of people, their running backs are impressive, but that he's the ball player. So I pick Alabama.
Arkansas-Auburn?
Arkansas-Auburn, don't really care, but I think Auburn will probably win that game because it is at home.
And lastly, in the SEC, that's been the year of us teams beating up on one another, but we got Ole Miss and LSU that everybody in the West is interested in what takes place there. New interim head coach Ed Orgeron has LSU finally clicking, looks like. What's your thought on that one?
Besides the fact that you can't understand a word that Ed Orgeron says, he definitely has
Cajun boy.
has LSU headed in the right direction. And Ole Miss is just that team. I just don't trust Chad Kelly. I'm not big on Chad Kelly at quarterback. I just don't think he's that good of a quarterback overall. He doesn't handle the ball. He reminds me a lot of Tony Romo, if you want to be honest with you. Pressure situations, he's going to find a way to put the ball on the ground or throw a pick. So I've got LSU, but Ole Miss is coming off of a tough loss, one that they probably shouldn't have, and so who knows? We'll see.
But the huddle has broken in the middle of the field. We're going to go back to the studio for just a couple of minutes, and then we'll be back ready for kickoff. You're listening to Red Raider Radio on 93.5 The Eagle.
County Red Raiders are going to receive the opening kickoff, and we're going to go down to our Bennett and Johnson sideline report. Shane Bennett. Shane, you have a guest down there on the sideline. I don't know. We're having technical difficulties tonight, but Shane, can you hear us? I don't think he can hear us, and so we're not going to go down to Shane right now at the moment. But the Raiders are standing at about the 45-yard line. We're going to receive the kick. Benedictine will be kicking off. Benedictine in their maroon helmets, white tops, maroon bottoms, and the Raiders in black helmets and all red tonight. And we hope that you stay with us all night and listen. We got some games around the state that we're going to be following. Fitzgerald in AA plays Brooks County tonight. That's always a rival. Both teams coming into tonight's action over there in Fitzgerald 6-1. So that's going to be a big game. Man. Everybody's watching the Northside Warner Robins and Coffee game tonight as well. And number 18 or 88 is going to kick it deep. We're going to take it at about the 5-yard line. They come flying down. There we go. We got a crease, break a tackle or two, but we didn't make it back to the 20. Pretty good return.
Pretty good return for where they kicked it. It was a directional kick that kicked down into the corner on about the 2 or 3 yard line. And we picked the ball up, Legondrick did, and brought it back out to about the 16, maybe 17 yard line. And Bacon County takes the field. We watched Dawson Jewell as he runs out. Had a very, very good week last week, run for 65 or so yards and threw the ball very, very well. And with 32 seconds left, brought us marching back down the field to score a touchdown to give us the opportunity to win the game. And, of course, our two-point conversion. You know the story, our two-point conversion failed.
The Raiders break the huddle. They got twins out to the left, tied up to the right. I formation offset. Jules barking the county. He's going to take it. We're going to pitch it, try to get to the outside, and we got some blockers out there. We cut it back up. We're at the 25, and we get brought down, hit hard at about the 28-yard line.
Good-looking play.
That was a good-looking play. It looked. We lined up in the I formation, and then we did a little pitch to Tito, and he got outside. We had some blockers, and but they did close quick from the secondary.
Well, it looked like if Tito had turned it maybe a little bit north and south, a little bit quicker than what he did, we could have got a couple of more yards, but he started to dance a little bit.
That's right, and it was a gain of 9 on the play, so to bring up 2nd down and 1. Benedictine, we're in an I formation. We're going to take it, and this time we're going to hand it underneath. First down to Anthony Madison as we were running a little veer out of the I formation there, and Dawson Jewell read it well as defensive end come upfield. First down for the Raiders on 2 plays.
Madison really was a shock to us last week, and we brought him in and put him at tailback, and he ran the ball very, very well. In the second half, we kind of took control. Our offensive line took control of the line of scrimmage, and we were very, very effective in running the football.
Jewell runs from the sideline as he gets the call from Coach. We're going to have single receivers to the top and to the bottom. The ball is spotted at about the 31-yard line. I formation. Jewell's under center. He barks the count. Looks like we get a guy to jump. We're going to snap the ball. They're pointing at us, the big number 50.
All sides against them. He was pointing at us, but the side judge just called all sides against him, so it's going to be 1st and 5.
First down and 5, and you can see if you listen to the pregame coach's show, Coach Langford said that he was going to take his time tonight. He had some things. We ran the play clock down to about 8 seconds before we snapped the ball. It looked like we give a hard count, and we got them to draw. So that's going to put the ball at about the 42-yard line. Jewell comes back from the sideline. The huddle standing at around the 30. They're going to break the huddle, the Raiders are. And we're going to bring twins out to the left. We got J.P. Peterson down here and Legondrick Snell, our playmaker, down to the left, tight to the right. I formation. This time we're going to take it. We're going to hand it underneath. And they hit us hard after a gain of 2 on the play. And I don't know if that was a read option, but if it was, it should have been a pull. However, we got 2 yards in there, and it's going to be hard running up in tight.
Yeah, but it was a good play. Now it brings it to 2nd and about 3.5.
Big number 33 in on the tackle defensive end. He's a senior. He looks good. Noah Johnson is the kid's name.
And this number 32, this linebacker they got, he's been playing forever. I think he started when he was a freshman.
Chris Harris Jr.
Yeah.
I think he did. He's also the fullback. Offset I. We're going to 3-step drop, and we're going to throw it deep. Got a play on it, and did we catch it?
No,
good
we
job
broke it up,
by the receiver.
Well underthrown.
Yes,
we actually had a little bit of separation if he had thrown the ball out there. But I think they're probably going to put their best defender on Legondrick. He's by far one of our go-to guy when it comes to throwing the ball down the field.
Like you said, we had we threw it to the wide side of the field that time. It was one-on-one coverage is what you want. Their best man against our best man and underthrown football. And Legondrick did an outstanding job of becoming the defender there. I don't know why he's not playing defensive back. I'm just kidding. He does play. So we're going to come out this time. Twins up to the right, to the top of the screen. If you're looking at it from where we're at, if it were a screen, I formation. We're going to pitch it to Tito.
Now
he gets outside.
Nope.
He tried to cut it up, but there's a host of cadets in there, and that was a big third down that they held us. And I think we may have got back to the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring up 4th down and 3. Ball's on about the 39-yard line.
And we're going to have to punt. We really don't have any choice here.
Doesn't look like we're punting. We're running Jewel back on the field. We've got 3 Raiders coming on. And
Jewel may be the long snapper, I think.
Okay. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Only one got the arm to get it back there.
I was counting the players there. We had 3 on and 2 come off. Finally, that third guy ran off. So we're going to punt the ball. And there's a good low snap. We handle it. They come after it, but end-over-end kick. Ball's going to hit it out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. And Benedictine held us with 8:52 here in the first quarter. Benedictine to have a shot on offense for our first series, Rev. Look pretty good. Nothing
we
terrible.
Look good, yeah. We look good, and then that one incomplete pass kind of put us behind the sticks a little bit, because I want to tell you something, 3rd and 4 against Benedictine is behind the sticks. We're going to have to play. We're going to have, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1, that kind of stuff, because their defense is very, very stout.
Benedictine comes straight off the huddle. They spread us out. Number 13 for Benedictine is running the ball. He's standing in shotgun. The quarterback is standing to the left. Double twins going to throw a quick screen out to number 8. Our defense breaks on it, and that guy's, he shot out of there like he was shot out of a cannon.
Yep.
We had a couple guys over there. Number 8, Bobby Baker. He's also a senior. There's seniors everywhere. You look down our roster, you see sophomore, junior. You look down their roster, you see senior.
Number 15, Nick Inon, I guess is how you would say his name. It's kind of an odd name, but a very, very accomplished quarterback. Here
they take
go.
the snap, and they're dropping. They're going to try it deep. He's
deep.
And he's got us beat. It's completed about the 20, and he strolls into the end zone. 2 plays, touchdown, Cadets. That was a good-looking throw by number 15, the quarterback. He hit him in stride perfectly.
Yeah, that was a perfectly thrown ball, and he split the middle of the field. Number 12, their wide receiver, John Wesley Kennedy.
He beat one of our sophomores,
right?
J.P. Peterson on the play.
It was not even close. Just like that, with 8:37 left in your first quarter, you Benedictine Cadets go on top of us 6-0, and we've lined up for the extra point.
Well, I'll tell you, there's a lot of strategy in that play. They ran 2 receivers on one down the seam and one down the sideline, and I think that our safety went with the one down the sideline. We just had a miscommunication. It looked like they got our hips turned, and the guy broke to a wide-open middle of the field. The extra point is good. 8:37 here in the first quarter. It's 7-0. Benedictine on top of the Red Raiders. You're listening to 93.5 The Eagle. Raiders got the ball on the opening drive, was unable to score. Got a first down or so, and then was held at 7-0 as Benedictine scored on 2 plays. Tift County's up 3-0 on Colquitt County. Turner County 15-0 on Atkinson. They're going to kick the ball off, and we're going to catch it, and it's actually going to go into the end zone. So that'll bring the ball out to the
25-yard line.
25-yard line. That's where the Raiders will start on their second possession. Clinch County's up 6-0 on Lanier County, and we're going to be watching that Brooks County Fitzgerald game. Brooks County travels down to Fitzgerald. Both teams coming in 6-1. Coffee also travels to Northside of Warner Robins tonight. Everybody's looking at that. Northside has handled everybody they played, but Coffee took it to Houston County last week in a big region game. Kind of surprised a few folks. Didn't know what was going to happen, but Max Hughes is on fire there for the Trojans. And my old alma mater, wishing them the best of luck. Northside is a dominant football team, and so we're going to be watching that as well. Ware County plays somebody tonight. I don't know who they are. We're going to come out of the huddle. Our second offensive possession. Jewel in at quarterback. I formation, twins to the left. We're going to take it and hand it a quick hand.
I'm afraid we may have fumbled the ball.
It looked like we fumbled it because our center got knocked into our fullback as we were trying to hit it quick up the middle. And we're waiting for a call, and it's going to be second down and no gain on the play.
But I think that their defensive front, that number 72, just blew that play up before we could ever really get it off.
He really knocked. Number 72 for them is Eric Hicks. He's a sophomore. He's a big kid.
What do you think? 6'3", 6'4", 280 maybe?
Probably. He's lining right up over our center, and he drove our center back as we tried to run right up the middle. I formation. We got singles to the top and to the bottom. I'm going to hand it to Tito. He finds a hole, but they meet him in the backfield. He's going to get a gain of 1 on the play. Boy, he was running hard, but just white shirts everywhere, all over the place. And linebacker number 32, like you said, I think he's a fifth-year senior. But he come downhill.
And he didn't have a red shirt either. That kid's been playing forever.
He is a big kid. I have seen him on the sidelines. He is a big kid. 7:28 and ticking. Balls on the 20-yard line. 3rd down and 9. Second possession for the Raiders. It's 7-0 here. Early, Benedictine scored on 2 plays. You can tell we're trying to run that clock down. It's under 6:05 now left to go on the play clock, and we better snap it before we get a delay game. And we got it off. Jules going to scramble. He scrambles around the 20, and he throws it, and I think that ball was picked off. Or did it hit the ground? What a play by the cadet defensive back. As Jewel was scrambling around.
They're going to call incomplete, looks like. The indecision is going to call incomplete.
If he would have caught that, that would have been a one-handed catch as he dove back and scooped it one-handed off the ground.
I couldn't tell if we bobbled it, but if it hit us in the chest and kind of bounced back because it was very low. But he just like you said, he may have come back and grabbed it with one hand. I really couldn't tell. I kind of wondered if Legondrick had caught it. Next thing I know, their defensive back's coming up with it, so I don't know exactly what happened. But
Jewel did a good job of getting outside the pocket. He just didn't get his shoulders square, so we're going to have to punt it again on our second possession. It's a better snap, and we get it off, end over end kick. We're down there. It's going to bounce backwards, and we knock it down, and they'll have the ball on our side of the field at about the 44-yard line, and that's where they'll take over. Actually,
46-yard line.
46-yard line. Did we touch it?
Well, I thought we did, but they didn't. They give us the benefit of the doubt there.
Yeah, we'll take it. 46-yard line, and that's where the cadets will come out. They're huddled up over there on their side of the field, and our defense is waiting for them. Here they come marching from across the field. The ball's on our hash. 6:50 here in the first quarter, 1st and 10. Ball on the 46-yard line, 7-0 Cadets. They're going to come out in trips formation. Number 15, their quarterback, stands at shotgun. He takes the snap, and he's going to throw a little quick stop to number 12, and he makes a move, and that kid's quick.
Yeah, we better get if we think they were just going to let us come up there and play like the normal high school player does, these people right here, man, that receiver right there, he's not quick. He's sudden. He had us beat by 10 yards.
Just one move.
Secondary,
he outran two players.
He's full speed at one move, yeah.
Now look at this. They come out in single wings, and they're going to run it, and there he goes. They run 6. A counter. Number 1, he breaks free, untouched, touchdown, Cadets.
That's another kid at number 1 that's been playing, since I was a sophomore in college. He's been playing.
Tyreke Collins. He's actually a junior, so we'll see him again next year. But that's the thing that makes Benedictine so impressive, and I think one of the things that Coach alluded to in his coach's show is he said they're just so good at everything they do, and they can run the wing, they can run it out of the eye, they can throw it out of the wing tee, they can throw it out of shotgun, and we've seen 3 plays out of shotgun, and then they just went to a counter out of the wing tee, and he went untouched for a touchdown. The extra point kick is up. He kicked it into the tree line, up over the net and everything. It's 14-0, 6:16 left in the first quarter. Benedictine, 14-0. You're listening to 93.5 The Eagle.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owner's Insurance.
Bennett and Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
It's just an all-boys school, so their enrollment is about the same of what our enrollment is.
He was finishing up talking there. We caught the ball or tried to catch the ball at the 5. It hits off of our shoulder pad, bounced into the end zone. That is not a dead ball. And so we had to go in the end zone and bring it out. A good job, a bad job of catching, but a good job of being aware of the rule to bring it out. And we hit it out to about the 10-yard line. And we need a big, long series here.
We just need something. We need to get sick. We need to be able to score just to give us to pick our head up a little bit. We are not even halfway through the first quarter already, and it's 14-0.
They could call us for breaking the huddle with 12 men, but they didn't. That's good. We're going to break out. We got Twins up to the top. Dawson Jewell is standing in the pistol formation. Going to shift Anthony Madison to his right, take the snap, hand it underneath to Anthony. He loses his feeding, and it looks like we got a flag in the holding area.
Yeah, it looks like it.
A backside hold on a run play. Goodness gracious.
Our running back, Anthony Madison, just was cutting it upfield. It looks like he had a little bit of a lane, and when he did, his feet slipped out from under him. So let's see what the call is going to be right here.
We're waiting for the call.
Yeah.
And
chop block
on the Raiders. So evidently we hit low and someone hit high.
They're actually marching it this way. No, they're going to be against us.
Okay, and the coach is asking him what in the world, so we must have hit him high. While they work that out, that's going to put us half the distance to the goal. Valdosta 14, Lee County nothing. Lee County was the team. Now that game's far from over.
Yeah.
Brooks County 7, Fitzgerald 7, Colquitt County 7, Tift 3, Pierce County 7-0 over Tatnall. A few scores that we have here on the scoreboard show, and they marked it off. Ball's going to be spotted at about the 4.5-yard line for the Raiders on the far hash towards Benedictine sideline. Dawson Jewell runs all the way from the 20 back to the huddle. And 6 minutes here to go. If you're just joining us, it's 14-0 Cadets. 1st and 15 as we just had a chop block penalty called. And we're backed up to the 5-yard line. You see the flashlights in the woods. They're looking for the ball that young man kicked. He takes it, shotgun, he throws it. He's got a man beat, and it's called at the 30-yard line.
Great play by J.P. Peterson.
And great throw by Dawson Jewell.
Yes, it was. Their defensive back actually got turned around a little bit, and when he did, he dropped it right in. That's 2 outstanding catches for 2 weeks in a row for J.P. Peterson. He had an outstanding catch last week. J.P. has come up with a way to catch the uncatchable ball, and sometimes he's had the dropsies a little bit when it's just right in his hands. But that right there was an outstanding adjustment by young man J.P. Peterson. Fine young man. Great catch and great adjustment.
Twins to the top and to the bottom. We're going to hand it underneath, and we got a hole. Man, we didn't look for the cutback, but we fell in there for about a gain of 3 on the play. Anthony Madison doing the duties at running back tonight, as long as Tito, he's just coming back in, and Madison's going to run out. And, man, we opened up a backside hole. I've seen that a lot.
If he'd have cut it back, there'd been 10, 12 yards before anybody touched him.
Sometimes when you play a defense as well as Benedictine, they're coached to go to where they are and pursue heavy, and you can catch them on those cutbacks. Here we go. We break the huddle, got tight to the right, and Twins down to the left. Ship Tito to the left. We're going to hand it to Tito, and there he goes. Oh, man.
Just grabbed by that big that defensive lineman, number 72, that big sophomore.
Man, if he just got blocked just a little. Somebody would have just gotten his way. We had the cutback because Tito seen it.
Yeah.
However, it's going to bring up 3rd down and about 6, 4:47, 14-0 here. Ball is on the 37-yard line. We were backed up on the 5. Dawson Jewell connected with J.P. Peterson on an excellent route and an excellent throw to the outside shoulder. We got Twins up to the top. Legondrick standing at the top. JP down here to the bottom. And looks like they're going to shift towards JP's way. Jules going to roll to the right, throw it out in the flats. We make a move.
First down.
Is that
Xavier Hayes?
Xavier Hayes is back tonight as he's been battling a knee injury, and his first catch completion is a first down for the Raiders.
Great catch and throw there by quarterback Dawson Jewell, and Xavier Hayes, senior, who we thought season was ended because of a kneecap issue, but he's come back, fought through the injury, and he wants to finish out his senior season, the last 3 games, on a high note, and it's good to have him back.
Yep.
He's also handling our punting duties tonight.
He ran a little out route and then made a cut back into the inside. That was a great play, awareness by a senior wide receiver. Jules going to take it, hand it underneath to Tito, and we just cannot block those guys. We're not getting them moved. Looks like we got 12 guys on one guy, but we're not moving them anywhere.
We got a young man that's playing for the first time. We quarterback here has already mentioned that Bloodworth is out with us this week with a AC joint separation in his shoulder, so we're having to play some young people in there tonight, and number 53, David Waters, just a 10th grader, is trying to play that guard position, and it showed up that he was a 10th grader just then. Give him A for effort. He's a little bit undersized, but he's in there fighting.
They've actually went to a 3-4 defense here, had the cadets as we've been throwing on them, and Anthony Madison again. If he would just – he looks like he's leaning, getting ready to take a hit. If
That's
he just
what's
keep his
happening.
feet.
Exactly right.
Third down here for the Raiders. I'm sorry, we're doing a bad job of calling the downs. I apologize. 3rd down and 7, ball on the 48-yard line, 3:03 and ticking here in the first quarter. It's 14-0 Cadets, and we started this drive on the 5, inside the 5, really. Jules going to run from the sidelines into the huddle. We're taking our time. Play clock under 10 seconds here. We're going to have to hurry and get it off.
We better hurry.
Looking for our tight end up at the top. I see KJ Castile is also out for the Raiders tonight. This time we're going to roll to the left. He's got the edge. He's going to throw it in there and almost in same play, same throw, but this time in and out of the hands of number 6. He is not reading the defense on that play.
No, he's making up his mind because he had a wide-open Xavier Hayes. I say wide open, and at least he was on the sideline for a first down.
And that's going to be 4th down and 7 here. Ball's on the 48. Colquitt 10, Tiff 3. Wildcats of Valdosta 14, Lee County nothing. And here we go. Looks like we are running our heavies on maybe. I don't know if you'd call them our heavies. Cavante, Merritt, KJ Brown, and Tito. And number 34, that's who I'm looking for. Playing tight end tonight, Bodie Metters, young guy. And we're actually going to punt the ball here. 4th and 7. We're going to kick it end over end. A good booming kick, but it's a line drive on him. And
he slipped.
Great play. I don't know if he slipped or if we got him by a shoelace up there at the top. Who was that running off the field to this sideline? Legondrick made a good play because that was it looked like a booming kick, but it was line drive right to number 12, who we've already seen catch him with one step, outrun the whole defense.
And he made a good play. We did in keeping him from returning that ball. The wall was set up there, and if he could have got to the edge, it would have been good night nurse.
So Benedictine on their 3rd offensive possession of the night. This time they're going to spread us out and shotgun again. Twins to the top and to the bottom. They're going to bring number 1 in motion. They're going to fake it, hand it underneath to their big fullback. Is that number 13?
Let's see.
I think it was number 13.
Yeah, number 13. That's right.
Tyreke Smalls. He's a junior, fullback and defensive back. I don't know that he's the starting defensive back, but is that when you got a fullback that can play defensive back, you got some speed, don't you?
Yeah, you just take a look at this kid. He's kind of squat, probably 5'8", but he weighs about 200 pounds. And his thighs, man, he's built low to the ground.
They break the huddle, and this time they're going to come out.
Wow.
Double twins, and they got us beat, just outrun us. In his hands as the pass is complete. Touchdown, Cadets. Number 2 for the Cadets, connected with 15 connected with number 2, Travis Blackshear, and number 15 spreading the ball around. And there you go. They come out shotgun, then they come in double wing. They fake the counter, drop back, and they just outran us.
We don't have anybody that can run with that.
Trey. Is Stewart playing tonight? I don't know. Has he been playing the last?
Stewart?
Yes.
Trey Stewart's no longer with the team.
Okay. So. I didn't know that.
Yeah. We found that. We had that discovery last week.
Attitude adjustments.
Yeah.
That's going to be 20-0, 149 left to go here in the first quarter, and they're going to attempt the extra point. And the kick is up. The kick is over the net again, And I feel sorry for the people that have to keep up with the ball for that. It's 21-0 here. The Cadets, you're listening to 93.5 The Eagle.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent.
Glad you're okay, Sarah. We'll take care of everything.
And the company that stands behind them.
Thanks so much for your help.
No problem.
Auto Owners Insurance.
Bennett & Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Technical difficulties. We're not able to go to the sideline tonight, but we do want to thank Bennett & Johnson Insurance Agency for all they do for us. We'll try to get the problem fixed between now and next week, but we're unable to communicate with Shane down on the sideline. But once again, we'll be mentioning Bennett & Johnson for their support and their sideline program. Benedictine's about to kick the ball off from their own 40, and we got doubles down here. They've been kicking it to the right side. Let's see what they do this time.
This time they're going to kick it, same thing.
Into the end zone.
That's right. And so we'll have it at the 25-yard line, and there's still 1:47 left to go in the first quarter, and it is 21-0, and they have scored one run play and two long pass plays.
About the only positive that I can take from that is our defense is not getting very tired.
Vidalia is up 14-0 on Swainsboro, and if you looked at the picture, we need somebody, Jeff Davis, to beat Swainsboro.
Or Brian, too, don't
Yeah, we need one of them. I can't remember. I think they had already played. I can't remember if I looked at it or not. I'll look at it while we're up here watching this game. We got twin trips out to the left. We're going to hand it to K.J. Brown, and our running backs are Anthony.
Anthony Madison, and he's
stumbling.
He's not been tackled yet.
No, I don't know what's going on with him tonight. His balance is off.
Yeah. I think he's got that lean just waiting to take a lick, and when he does, he's not getting hit, and he
fell down again.
Yeah.
He fell down for a yard, maybe two on the play. It's actually a yard, 2nd down and 9, ball on the 21-yard line, and this has been the longest quarter of my life. We come out doubles to the top and to the bottom. It's good to have Xavier Hayes back tonight. He's already showed up with a catch for a first down. Jules going to drop straight back. No pressure. We throw it out. And I don't know if that's going to be a fumble or incomplete. He's going to call it incomplete. And we tried to run before we caught it. And who was that young man?
It looks like Legondrick.
That was Legondrick. He's been known to do that.
That's been his issue this year. Great hands on the team, but he has tried to run several times without the ball.
Number 17 for Benedictine is down on the play. He got up holding his stomach. He got hit by one of his players, Adam King. He's the tight end and defensive lineman.
You know, one of the worst injuries that I got when I was playing football is I went in to tackle another player or a player from another team, and one of our linebackers speared me in the back and bruised my kidneys, and I was out 3 or 4 days anyway with bruised kidneys, and sometimes your own player gives you the tough lick. Yeah.
And we got some scores. Worth County 7, Daughtry nothing. Thomas County Central, Bainbridge, which is always a game, 7-0. Cook 14-0 over Chris County. Looking down the score, Cockwood is still up 10-3, and Valdosta is still up 14-0 on Lee County. Have not heard anything from Coffee. I wonder if they were 8 o'clock kickoff tonight as they traveled to north side of Warner Robins for that region rivalry.
Sometimes, you know, playing in Warner Robins, they all play in that municipal stadium or memorial stadium or whatever they call it over there. Sometimes they have Friday night and Saturday night games there because it's the only stadium in Houston County. There may be one other stadium in Houston County, but I know Warner Robins and Northside share that stadium.
Fitzgerald just scored, went up 14-7 on Brooks. So we're going to come out. We're spreading trips, and we're going to shift Tito to the right. Shotgun formation for Jewel. He's going to run to the right. He tries to outrun the defensive line, and he just has to throw it out of bounds. And, man, he had a pocket to roll up in, but he just didn't do it. That's one of the areas where he has to mature a little bit. Did you see it that way or not?
I did then because he took about a a 20-mile loop trying to get around that defensive guy. He did outrun him, but by the time he got outside, we had no one that was open.
4th and 9, and we're going to have to punt it from the 21-yard line. Under a minute here to go in the first quarter. It's 21-0. Benedictine standing back deep are their speed guys, number 1 and number 12 for the Cadets. And, my goodness, we just snapped it out of the back of the end zone. And that's going to be a safety, and that'll be 23-0. And
we get to kick off to them.
And now we get to kick off to them. And
that was not even close.
He snapped that one.
That was 10 feet over. I'm not exaggerating. It had to be 10 feet.
He snapped that one into the woods where the kicker from Benedictine's been kicking the extra points all night. That was our quarterback doing the snapping. You just don't hear that much. Are we wounded warriors or what?
Yeah, we've got 2 starters that normally play that's out tonight.
You got
actually
Bloodsworth,
3 starters.
You got KJ Castile. You got Garrett Anderson that's out tonight, looking down on the sidelines. I hadn't figured out KJ. They said he come down with the flu, but he's on the sideline and the wind's blowing at about 15 miles an hour, so he's not going to get better anytime soon if he don't get inside. You've also got Cooper Brown, who's still leading, hadn't played in 4 or 5 quarters, and he's still second in the region in passing.
I'm looking down on the sideline. Is that Tron Folsom standing down there with KJ? Is that who that is?
Tron is supposed to be here tonight. We were supposed to have some interviews because of technical difficulties. We won't, as well as somebody else.
Said Demetrius was
Demetrius, yeah. We're going to pooch kick this one, and he's going to catch it at about the 45. We come down. We miss a tackle. Number 2 catches it. Finally bring him down as he crosses the 50, and they've been in our territory a couple times tonight. Looking down the scores, South Effingham, nothing. Ware County 14. And South Effingham, they've only been a school for, 5 years now?
Is that who Ware's playing?
Yes.
I know they were up 14-0. I just got a text.
Camden is up 7-0 on Lowndes.
Wow.
Camden County has had a bad
up and down
season.
Yeah.
And Lowndes County has a chance to make the playoffs. And they need to. That coach is going to have to make it if he wants to survive. When you go and you lose to Valdosta, no matter how good they are.
Valdosta's having such a good season, and Lowndes is not.
44 seconds. Here we go. They hand it out of the shotgun, number 12. There's nobody around. Nobody touches him. Finally, we touch him at about the 30. He's down the sideline again. Touchdown, Cadets. Touchdown, Cadets. 20 yards down the field, he finally got touched.
And it's 30. If they kick the extra point, it will be 30-0 with 34 seconds left in the first quarter. Wowza, wowza, wowza. Oh, yeah.
We're getting some conditioning in tonight. At least our defensive backs are. 34 seconds left to go. It's 29-0, and the extra point attempt we are waiting on. And the Cadets have manhandled the Raiders here tonight. I only think they've ran 10 offensive plays.
Yeah,
is what I counted. The kick is up and it's into the woods again. And we're here still in the first quarter. It's 30-0. Benedictine on top of the Red Raiders. You're listening to the QB, the Rev, on 93.5, the Eagle.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes, or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Bennett Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
30-0, 34 seconds left to go in the first quarter. We're hoping you're enjoying listening to us talk. Benedictine is impressive. You know, to be honest with you, as far as height, they look about the same. But, you know, a lot of times they have some really, really massive guys. And so I thought they were really, really small. And they're a little bit smaller, but they are faster everywhere. We drop the ball at the 3, and we pick it up, and we get met at the 5-yard line. Oh, my goodness, and that's where we'll take over about the 4.5.
Well, you know, you drop it one time, it goes in the end zone, then you drop it again. and you catch it on about 2 or 3 yard line, at some point I would let that thing run into the end zone, and it's a dead ball. But, you keep getting smacked around, and you kind of learn those lessons a little bit.
Yeah, you're going to be able to just say anything tonight because this is going to be a bad – it's already turned out bad.
Yeah.
28 seconds left to go in the first quarter. We're coming out, and we've got twins down to the left, Jewel in at quarterback, Tito standing to his right. Actually got doubles at the top. We're going to bring a man in motion from right to left. Going to make trips, and we're going to hand it underneath. Good broken tackle. There was just a host of cadets in the backfield, but he spun through them for a gain of 1 or 2 on the yard or 2 on the play.
18 seconds left, and that's going to carry us to the end of the first quarter. You've been listening, or you are listening to Red Raider Radio on 93.5 The Eagle.
The second quarter, beginning of the second quarter, it's 30-0. The Cadets are on top of your Bacon County Red Raiders. Ball spotted on the 9-yard line, and fixing to sit down as he's putting the headsets on with me is one of my favorites, one of your favorites. Graduated last year, Demetrius Williams. What's up, Meat Dog?
How you doing, man?
It's good to have you, man. How's things been going?
It's going really good. We're the winning.
That's tired. You tired? Yeah, you just walked up 73 stairs.
Tired.
We're going to talk in and out of this. The Raiders, it looks like, let's see, I don't know if we're going to have a timeout or not. We come out of the huddle. We got trips up to the left and a single receiver out to the right. Dawson Jewell in at quarterback. And we're going to be talking to Demetrius as we call the play. He's going to take it, throw a quick screen, and it's in and out of the hands of JP or Legondrick. I couldn't tell that number up there. So, Demetrius, tell us where you went to school. Some people may not have know exactly where you went off to school. And tell us a little bit about your experience so far, what's going on with you.
Well, I attend Georgia Military College in Milledgeville, Georgia.
Yes, sir.
We played 8 games already, and we're 7-1.
Good job,
man. We got 3 more left. The 4th game of the season, I caught a pick 6, my first interception.
All right.
And first touchdown. And after that, I caught another one.
So what position they got you playing?
Strong safety.
Strong safety. Coming downhill, laying the wood. Well, that's good. It's good to have you with us. The Raiders break the huddle. They got trips, and Dawson Jewell's going to roll up to his lot. He sets his feet, and he throws it across the middle into double coverage, and it's broken up, and that'll be 4th down for the Raiders. Ball on the 9-yard line, and we'll punt this one away. It's 30-0 here in the second quarter, 11:51 to go. Demetrius, tell us what the biggest difference is in college football versus high school football that you see.
Speed.
Speed.
It's faster. It's much, much faster.
And how are you doing? Have you gotten a little bit faster?
Yes, sir. The first game, since my first game, I was a little rusty.
Yeah.
I had to get adjusted to it.
Catch up with the speed of the game.
Because it was fast. It was my first. I was a little nervous and everything, but I eventually got used to it.
Okay. And we're going to kick this end over end. Ball's going to hit at about the 40 and take a Raider bounce out at the 50-yard line. That's where the Cadets will take over in just a few moments. And so it sounds like it's good, and you're down for the weekend. When's y'all's next game, and who do you play next?
Next week we're going to Arkansas.
Okay.
Arkansas Baptist. Should be like a 10-hour drive, they say.
Yeah.
Because we've been to Chicago already, Miami, and West Virginia, which is some really, really, really long drive.
How do you like that? I've always wondered how traveling in college.
I mean, it's great because you get to see everything. You get to see the world and all the big cities, but the drive is long.
Yeah.
long.
So what? As the cadets break the huddle, they've got twins up to the top and to the bottom, and they're going to drop back. Number 15 is going to throw it to a man wide open at the 45. He makes a move or two and finally brought down after a gain of probably 12 for the Raiders. And that ball is going to be across the 40. They're in Raider territory here. 11:35 here in the second quarter, 30-0 already. But as far as college goes in the classroom, are you getting the grades done? Are you going to class?
My grades are good. If I miss class, I'll probably get bull ring from the military. That's what they give us if we miss class, so we got to be there every day on time.
Now, going to Georgia military, do you do any kind of military workouts or anything? Or is it just kind of like a normal school? They break a run, a huge run by number 12, and we bring him down at about the 10-yard line. That'll be first and goal for the cadets.
The only thing about it is that you wear the uniform. You have mandatory formation you have to be at. You have to march and do certain routines and parades, but that's about all.
Okay. And for your fans out there, is there any way that we can watch you? Are you broadcasting on any kind of television show or that you know of?
They have a website that you can go look on, but I really don't know the specific name for it.
But you can find that
I will find out for
and
y'all.
watch the live stream?
Yes, sir.
Well, it's good to see you, man. We pray for you. Wish you the best of luck. And we're excited that good things are taking place. One more question before you leave here. What are your future plans?
Well, hopefully go play D1 ball, play against Toronto, drill one of them, play bigger, and get my degree, whatever field I want to attend in the medical field.
Well, we wish you the best of luck, man. It was good to see you.
All right, thank
and you heard it from Demetrius Williams as he's back visiting with us. We love that young man. I had the privilege of coaching him. He's a fine athlete. And Benedictine's going to score on a run on 2nd and 6, and that'll be 36-0. And he's doing good things at Georgia Military. So if you want to follow him, you can go to their website, Google it, and maybe you can watch a live stream as they've moved him from linebacker to strong safety, which is that means that Demetrius has lost maybe a little bit of weight, put on a little more muscle, and he's got a little bit faster.
Well, as he was leaving, I just kind of grabbed his arm like, see you later, and it was like grabbing hold of a steel bar. It was just, you can tell he's worked out. He has looked like he's lost a little bit of weight, but I'm sure he's still probably coming in at about $190, and he just has, has the look of a safety. And Demetrius is always one of the hard-nosed players. I've seen him turn games around where receivers just absolutely didn't want to catch the ball because they knew he was in the area.
Yeah, the Raiders have had some fine athletes. They marked that last touchdown. They caught it back with a hold, and this time it's a pass over the middle of number 5, and he dives in. I'm sorry, a pass to the 5-yard line. They're running it right over our linebackers as we're on an all-out blitz to try to stop them, and that's going to be a touchdown. They called it back. I apologize for not calling the game, but we wanted to hear from one of our Raiders.
Yes.
You got Jacob Carver, who's playing. Limestone. You got Tron Folsom, who played last night at Troy. You got Drell Green. We wish Drell a happy belated birthday. 2 days ago was his birthday. Playing for Western Kentucky.
Playing a lot.
Yeah, it's playing a lot. And all three of those guys, Demetrius Williams, all four of those guys, playing a lot of football at the next level. And you heard Demetrius, the biggest difference is speed. And I think that shows. But we are proud of him. 10:21 here in the second quarter. It's 37-0. Benedictine is on top of the Raiders. And, Rev.
Well, the fact is we knew it was going to be an uphill battle when they came in here, and this is one of those games that you just kind of circle on your schedule and you realize, this is one we're going to have to deal with. But for Bacon County to get better, we're going to have to realize to play in a state championship level, there's other teams out there that play at this level. Now, Benedictine is something special.
being one of them.
Yeah.
They're 21-7 on
Brooks County being another one. Brooks is very, very good, but actually Fitzgerald's the one that put Benedictine out of the state playoffs last year. So, and Fitzgerald is just a hometown school like we are. So we've got to understand that if we're going to play at the level that we want to play at a championship type level, that we're going to have games like this. And it's games like this that really teach us at what level we're going to have to play at, the speed, the size, those type things. We're very, very young, and we can take this as, something that we learn from, or we can there goes Tito.
Yep.
Made a good play.
They did a little pooch kick, and Tito caught it at about the 25, and he brought it out for a gain of 4 to about, they're going to mark it at the 29-yard line. But just like you said, these are the games where you realize what level you have to play at to play that championship football. And sometimes it can seem like it's a long way off, but it takes one season, one play sometimes. Like last week, we're a yard away, 2-3 yards away from probably or holding our destiny to the playoffs, and it's just how it is. 21-0, Toombs on top of Metter, and Vidalia still 14-0 is being reported by Vidalia Communications. We handed underneath out of the shotgun to Tito, who goes forward a hard run for a gain of about 3, maybe 4 yards on the play right up the middle.
Pierce County's up 28-7 on Tatnall, and Ware County just went up 29-0. So some of the teams in our area is having good luck tonight. I'm still a little bit surprised by this Valdosta score.
24-0 over Lee County.
Lee County had that big win against Houston County, the number 1 team. They vaulted to number 1, and all of a sudden here we got Valdosta.
And Northside really just have they played? I think they played Lee County and destroyed them. We're going to throw it out, roll out, and, oh, man, we are hit hard. At about the 35, it's complete. Number 8 for Benedictine laid into Legondrick after he caught it on about a 3-yard out route. And 9:16 left to go. It's 3rd down and 5 here in the second quarter, 37-0, Benedictine
I can tell
on top.
you what, I wouldn't punt the ball another time. For us, what's the difference in 60-0, 80-0? I mean, I'd get some work in. I'd get an extra play. I'd see what I can do with my team.
Troutman is losing to Wheeler County on 14-13 on homecoming. That's the Reverend Barry Peepe's team.
Stomping ground, yeah.
Shotgun formation doubles up. Jules going to roll, and he can't get it, and he's just leveled again. My goodness, Jules got to read it, or he's going to get our receivers killed tonight.
And those defensive backs now are just laying open. They're just
you almost got to punt it so we don't get hurt. I mean, Jules is rolling. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if I'd play any different. I'm not calling the kid out. I'm just being honest. He rolls to your left, and as soon as he felt a little pressure, he just throws it. And he got on an out route. That was the wrong read. The guy set cover 2, and he just killed our little receiver.
And we've got to learn to read that. They're sitting there waiting. Now they have nothing at all to worry about because they're up 37-0. So they're just teeing off on our guys.
And we're going to punt it again. They're going to let us. Xavier Hayes, great kick, but the guy catches it right at the sideline. He reverses field, and JP gets nailed. Number 12's across the 50, one man to beat. There he goes. And that's going to be a punt return for a touchdown.
And we knew it was coming. He caught it over here on the near side. He almost run out of bounds here. Carried it all the way back to the other side of the field, and then when he got to his sideline, it looked like he took just a left turn, and he went streaking about 55 yards untouched to the end zone.
Yeah, we got fans hollering at the coaches up top. That's so embarrassing to me. Good job, run up the score is what they were saying. And they have things to work on as well. I mean, that's just –
well, you can tell they're just playing for a state championship, and what?
They're just taking care of business.
Yeah.
And they are – I think their offensive linemen are faster than our DBs.
Well, they're definitely bigger.
Coach Langford said this was the most impressive Benedictine team he has seen. And I'm going to tell you something, guys. We got a coach because he knows his stuff.
Yeah.
He knows what he's talking about. It's 8:21 here. It's 44-0 now in the second quarter. And they've opened it up on us now. They've opened it up. They're fast. They're bigger. And they're just executing, and we're just trying to hang in there. You're listening to 93.5 The Eagle.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent.
Glad you're okay, Sarah. We'll take care of everything.
And the company that stands behind them.
Thanks so much for your help.
No problem.
Auto Owners Insurance.
Bennett and Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
And Brantley is over Appling right now, 21-13. Brantley's got a very good football team this year down there in
Man,
Daytona.
they took Pierce County last month. Was it last Monday or the Monday before because of the hurricane, whenever that was? They took them to the wire, and Pierce County come up on top because their quarterback, their best player,
and one of the best players in the state.
Rolled his ankle. Ball's going to bounce at about the 15, and we take it, and we hit somebody and run them over. Legondrick does. Finally, somebody got a little angry, ran over one of their players at about the 30-yard line.
Instead of letting them hit us, we stuck our head in there and hit them and let them walk away with a little bit of cobwebs in their head.
And that's what you want to see now. Down 43-0, you want to see if there's any fight in our Raiders, and we know that there is. There has been all year long.
Yeah, we're just going to have to pin it back and play. Now we know what's going on. Bears Pierce County just scored 34-7 over Tatnall. That shouldn't be much of a game there.
Give a shout out to Les Evans for keeping us posted. We appreciate it, big guy.
Yeah.
Trips up to the left, but we motion Legondrick back across the field. We're going to hand it underneath to Anthony Madison.
Anthony.
He keeps his feet. He's hit hard, but not after a gain of about 8 yards. Ball close to the 40-yard line, and that'll be second down and manageable for the first time in several series.
Other than the long pass play to J.P. Peterson, that's been the best looking play that we've had all night.
Well, we've said it. Anthony was just tackling himself, but that time he kept his feet. He run through it the hole. His brother played with us a couple years ago. He played for the Raiders. Antonio. He was a great linebacker.
I was calling Anthony Antonio all night last week.
He didn't play dirty, but he had that nasty mentality. I mean, he just loved
a little
it.
nasty right
We've
here.
got stacks up. Twins to the top and to the right. They're stacked behind each other. We're going to hand it underneath to Anthony, and that time he lost his feet. But, oh, my goodness, I don't know what we're going to call. They got a penalty right here in the backfield. Thrown right there where George Lopez had fell to the ground. And I don't know, was that a first down on the run?
It was close. It looks like it may have been a little bit short.
3rd and 1's what it had been. Ball's on the 39, 7:23 here in the second quarter. It's 43-0 as the Cadets –
they're talking to the captain of the Cadets, so it looks like it's going to be a penalty against Bacon. I don't know what the call will be.
Clinch 24, Lanier nothing. Colquitt 23, Tiff County 3. Colquitt County, they've bounced back with a vengeance, haven't they?
You knew they would. That was a chop block, and there's going to be a 10-yard penalty or a 15. I don't know what a chop block is.
I don't know.
But that's going to back us back at least 10 yards, if not 15 yards.
You don't know what the penalty is or what the chop block is?
I know what the chop block is. I don't know how much it is. I thought it was a 15-yard penalty, and it is. And instead of now having second down and about 3 or 4, 2 or 3, we're looking at second down and about 15.
2nd and 15. They've got scoreboard. Officially has 2nd and 17. Ball's on the 25. We're going to come out in trips. Got JP, Xavier, and Legondrick up to the top. Down here at the bottom, I can't see his number. Going to hand it to number 25, who was met in the backfield. Fell forward, maybe drug forward for a gain of about 1 or 2 on the play. Ball crosses to the 26, so it's a gain of 1. It'll be 3rd down and 16 now for the Raiders.
One of our few seniors, number 23, Cavante Merritt, is playing out down wide. He was the one that was lined up wide that you were talking about. Right now we've only got 2 seniors on the field. One of them is Tito, and the other one is Cavante Merritt.
And not only are we playing Benedictine, the number 1 team in the state, best Benedictine team I've seen so far in the last 6 years, but we're also playing them without KJ Castillo, fastest guy on our team.
Right.
And Andrew Bloodsworth, our best offensive lineman. They're going to roll. Jules going to try to outrun it. He's never going to get it off, and we hit him out of bounds. There's a penalty. And there's a late hit on Dawson Jewell.
I'll take it.
And Jewell has played good. He's a good quarterback, but he's going to have to learn to quit trying to outrun that pocket.
Yeah.
Quarterbacks are made to pass in the pocket.
Yeah, just like you said, he's going to have to curl up in there.
He could have avoided a lick if he just would have curled up and threw the ball. It's easier to play for him up here than it is to play on the field, but I can tell you it's playing. Those those are some nasty licks when they get hit out of bounds.
I was sitting here looking at the uniforms of Benedictine. It kind of reminds you of the old Coffee uniforms a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, they do. They look
Texas A&M-ish.
They look very, very much like that. Old Coffee uniforms. And Ware County, did you get a score on them?
Ware County was up, I think, 29, 29-0 is the last score I had on Ware County.
So Ware County taking care of business. Valdosta still just pouring it on Lee County, 27-0. South Georgia football is reporting Irwin County 26, Wilcox County nothing, and Colquitt 23-3, Clinch County 24-0 over Lanier County. We appreciate you. We appreciate all of our sponsors who allow us to call the game each week. Bennett Johnson sideline because of technical difficulties was not able to happen tonight, but we appreciate it. 6:29 left in this opening half. We've got I don't know, they're blowing the whistle. Timeout, I don't know if we have it. It's a 3rd down and 15 as we had offsetting penalties. We had a hold on the Raiders, and then we had a personal foul out of bounds on Benedictine. And so it's 43-0 here.
It looked like our coach was trying to get some clarification on the penalties, and the referee and staff just cleared up what was going on. Offsetting penalties, like you said.
You know, we've thrown outside a lot, but we've never tried to go to the middle of the field yet tonight. And that's where it's solved. We're going to hand it to Anthony Madison. He cuts it back, a gain of 3 or 4. Is it sad when you get excited for a gain of 3 or 4 tonight?
Well, I mean, we're looking for any positives that we can look for, and that's
he is running the ball very, very well. It's amazing to see. Shout out to our 9-10U team. We're undefeated on the season, and we've got that. What I thought about them was because I remember in the second game of the season, or the third game of the season, we were beating everybody pretty good, but our running backs finally learned to go north and south, and we're going to kick that one out of bounds, and he's going to spot it at the 40. Make your job easy.
47-yard line.
47, just spotted at the 45. 47-yard line, that's where the Cadets will take over on offense. We're still seeing their first team. I think you'll see that. I also think you'll see a running clock in the second half as well. 5:48 left to go here in this region football game. Benedictine 7-0, 4-0 in region, is up on the Red Raiders, who are 1-3 in region play, 43-0. And we're still very much alive in the playoff hunt. We do need some help. We don't hold our own destiny. We've got to win the last 2. And if we lose to Bryan or Metter, we're done. Right. But if we can win the last 2 and Jeff Davis can beat Swainsboro, or Bryan can beat Swainsboro, we're in good shape. Camden 10, Lowndes 7. Cadets come out in a double wing set, 1 receiver to the left. They're going to hand it underneath to the fullback, and he goes forward, tackled by KJ Brown on the play. Nope, that's Tito. And he went forward for a gain of about 6 on the play. It'll be second down and 4.
Well, I will say they've already put in some of their second team players. They've already taken their quarterback out, who's had a big night already. They got their second team quarterback in there right now.
They're going to take it. They're just going to run the old wing tees.
Good tackle.
Buck sweep, tackled, but not before he gained about 8 or 9 yards and a first down.
You see right there,
territory.
Even when we tackled them, they actually, after we hit them, they fell forward for about 4-yard gain.
Yep.
I mean, that's just what kind of speed and momentum they've got. We came up and made a great tackle, shoestring tackle, hit them in their feet, but just their momentum carried them, launched them in the air for about another 3 or 4 yard gain. Just unbelievable.
They are really, really fast. Getting close to under 5 minutes here in the second quarter, opening half, 43-0. They got their second string quarterback in, wing T formation. They're going to hand it to the big fullback, and he gets forward, still trying to push. They're pushing the pile. They finally whistle him dead at about the 31, a big gain of 6 or 7 on the play. One thing
we've not mentioned tonight, QB, is how great it feels outside. We're finally getting a little bit of fall weather, getting it towards the end of October, and it's starting to feel like football. And the conditions have changed since that first game we had here back in August when everything was kind of warm.
It was really hot. We had a hot summer.
I'm so glad to feel some cool weather. think I'm going to go out tonight when I get back home and just sit on the deck.
They're going to take the snap. They hand it underneath to the fullback, number 13, who gets a first down and more. I don't know if he fumbled the ball. They're going to call him down.
I actually think he may have fumbled that ball. He was trying to go forward, and we came in, and our defensive back put a helmet on the ball. It was very close, but we made a very good play there. The way they teach you is put your helmet on the football. That's exactly what we done. But they were calling it down at contact. So,
and that's going to be another first down for the Cadets. Ball's on the 24-yard line. They're marching 43-0, under 4 minutes here to go in the opening half. They're going to take the snap. They're going to run a buck sweep to number 2, and he's got blockers. He breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. He's at the 5, falls down at about the 3 or 4-yard line, and we got some Raiders. They're getting up. Looks like Tito from his linebacker spot was.
He's limping around a little bit. I will say this, probably pound for pound, may be the toughest man in the region, and that's not the first time you've heard me say that about Tito, but he's hobbling to get off to the sideline. He's got a little bit of an ankle injury, and then there's just nobody to take his place. So Tito with a bad ankle is better than some folks with a full ankle.
We don't need to lose him, though.
Yeah,
I can tell you that. And they're going to call a timeout for injury timeout. With that, we're going to take a huddle-up timeout. You're listening to 93.5 The Eagle.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Bennett Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Time out. We want to thank Lamar's Pharmacy for our pregame show. Lamar's Pharmacy brings it every week, and we really appreciate all that they do. Bennett Johnson does our sideline reports. We appreciate them. Of course, Huddle House does our Huddle Up player spotlight and also our Huddle Up timeout. We appreciate them every week. Richmond Baking halftime show is about to come up. Be sure and stay tuned for our Richmond Bacon halftime show as we listen to one of our great interviews. One of our interviews with quarterback Dawson Jewell tonight. This is always fun to listen to these young men tell about what their future is, what their plans are. John Hughes State Farm Insurance Agency, Andy Cawthorn Auto Sales, Coastal Pine Technical College, and First Baptist Church. Just saw Pastor Ron Sweat downstairs and was talking with him before the game. He's here with his family. McDonald's of Alma Discount Drugs, and Jay's IGA. All of these are sponsors. We appreciate all that they do for us during the football season. And, it's not just football season, QB. They're there for softball. They're there for baseball. These guys and these people that own businesses here in town do a tremendous job for us all year long.
And so they line up in the double wing set. They're going to hand it to number 23, I think was the kid, and he breaks a tackle. He is in for a touchdown, and that'll be touchdown Cadets, and that'll move the score up to 49 to nothing with 3:32 here in the second quarter. Northside has taken the lead on Coffee 14-7. They've taken that lead, and so we're still looking at scores, keeping it around, seeing if we can get some updates from around the region. We don't have an update from Jeff Davis or Brian. The extra point of kick is up, and it's over the concession stand this time, and it's good. And that's going to be 50-0, the Cadets on top of the Red Raiders. You're listening to 93.5 The Eagle. Hey. Not being a
Benedictine
smart
has
aleck.
come in here, and I don't want to send the to give out the excuse to say that we just haven't played very well.
Well, they've looked like the number one team in the state.
They
Let's just say
have,
that.
and they have not taken the foot off the gas.
They
And-
look like a 7-0 team and a 4-0 in region, and we look like a 1-3 in region play team tonight.
Yeah, you said it.
Ball's going to be kicked from the 40-yard line. They're going to kick it, and they're going to try to kick it. And a little pooch, we take it at the 6. Ayrton Moore takes it. He's dancing around, and you're not going to go anywhere there, but he's fighting, and a host of Benedictine takes him down. We've got a big lineman. Get up, big boy. And he bounces up. Ball's going to be at the 20-yard line where the Raiders will take over. And it looks like that we still got that first-team defense running out for Benedictine. You can expect that the first half anyway. I imagine that there will be a running clock the second half if
I have
we
all
ever
ideas.
get to it.
Yeah, it's just
Man, it's been an hour and 8 minutes
in the first half.
for the first
quarters.
half. Yeah, it's crazy. Anthony Madison standing behind Jewel. He's going to shift him to the right and pistol trip, stack to the top. We're going to take it and hand it to
There
Anthony.
he
There
is.
goes the hole. He's at the 30. He's at the 45, the 40. One man to bring him down. And finally, oh, my
He's
goodness,
down.
he's stripped from behind. They're going to call him down
Yeah, he was down, no
as
doubt.
they got that hand on the football. And it looks like they're going to spot him at the 48-yard line.
You know, that play's been there all night. You've been calling it, QB.
He kept his feet.
He kept his feet. He was not walking into the hole or running into the hole expecting contact. He just actually kept his eyes up and kept running. And if he had just another step or two, he may have had an opportunity to carry that. But very good play, very positive play.
And we're
for
on
our-
their
for our
side of the
offense.
50
Yeah.
for the first time tonight.
Well, I think, as long as you played football, if you play football long enough, let me say it that way, sooner or later you have one of these games right here where just nothing works right, the wheels fall off, and we're just looking for any positive.
They come out in doubles to the top and to the bottom, and Jules going to throw a very poor ball as he just didn't step into it. Maybe sometimes it happens. They come out of his hand wrong, incomplete, and it'll be second down and 10. Balls on the 48-yard line, 2:50 left to go here in the second quarter. First half, it's 50-0.
Wouldn't I
Cadets.
love to see a score right here?
It would be nice, but you can see the fight in our young Raiders. We're just outmatched tonight. Outsized, more speed, but we're fighting and we're making plays. Pistol formation, shift the running back from behind the quarterback to the right. We're going to hand it to 25, who goes up the middle for a gain of about 2 on the play for his drove back.
Big number 32, who we've talked about all week or all night, he brought it that time. He looked like a middle linebacker then.
Yep. I remember seeing that kid on the sideline, and he didn't play much his freshman year, and I could never figure it out because he is a huge human being. But I will tell you this, it looks like he's leaned up a little bit.
Yeah, he was kind of big,
He was-
kind of soft looking.
Reminded me of Eddie Lacy, really, is what he reminded me of.
Michelin man.
Yeah, we got trips up to the top. Single man down here. We're going to throw
There
it across the
is.
middle.
Good throw.
There
Good
it is,
pass.
right down the
That
hash.
was the play. You could see it from up
First
top.
down for the Raiders.
We just throw it.
Well, we were talking about it.
Yeah.
The middle of the field is always the softest spot to throw to. Always. There, you just have to watch that safety.
Yeah, you do. But that was a great pitch and catch right there by quarterback Dawson Jewell and Legondrick Snell.
Just ran Legondrick right up the seam route, and he was the third man in the trips right on the other side of the linebacker, just like it's coached up. We're going to come out in a stack trip set to our right this time, shift Anthony to the left, and we're going to hand it underneath to him. He's got a hole, and he gains about 3 yards on the play.
Now we're starting to look like a little bit of an offense, a little bit of a rhythm here.
It's amazing what happens when you complete a pass, how it softens up even a defense like Benedictine. Second down and 7, ball on the 33-yard line with 1:35 left to go. 50-0 Cadets, but the Raiders are on the march for the first time tonight.
Really proud of what our offense is doing right here. We're showing some consistency. So far, we've not had a penalty on this drive, and let's see what we do right here.
Doubles to the top and to the bottom. Jules going to drop straight back, and he gets a man that comes untouched, and he throws a bullet
Should have been
just
called.
low in and out of the hands or right through the hands of our receiver as he was coming back to the ball.
He really made a nice play, the quarterback did there, to get outside, and he threw the ball low where only our receiver could catch it. I thought that he had an opportunity. It would have been a good catch, but it was an opportunity to make a catch. It kind of came in low and hit him off of his shoulder pads and kind of slipped through his hands there as he was diving to catch it.
That will stop the clock with 1:10 here to go. It's 3rd down and 7 now, ball on the 37-yard line. We're in Benedictine territory for the first time tonight. Twins up to the top and twins down to the bottom, to the right and to the left, however you want to call it. Running back standing in shotgun beside the quarterback to the left. Jules going to drop straight back, and we're going to dump it underneath. And we got him out in the flats wide open, and we couldn't break a tackle. Got a gain of about 3, maybe 4 on the play, and that'll be 4th down.
We got to go for this.
4th down and 4.
We're going to call a timeout and see what
3.
we can do.
Under a minute. The clock is rolling here. The clock is rolling, and I don't know if we'll let it roll out. You're going for it. I mean, you're in Benedictine territory. This is as far back as they've started all night on offense if they were to turn over on downs here. And we're letting that clock tick down. We still got all of our timeouts, I believe. If not, we got at least 2. Lowndes 13, Camden 10 as they've bounced back. Under 30 seconds here to go. Ball's on the 28-yard line, 4th down and 2. Jules going to roll to his right. He's got a man. He throws it, and it's in and out of his hands. It looked like it was behind him.
It was behind him.
But it was incomplete. And I thought maybe Jewel might could have ran that one for 2 yards.
I thought so, too. I actually did. I thought that he had an opportunity to run it. But he's actually been hobbled a little bit. I don't know what happened if he took a bad shot on the sideline.
He's been hit all night.
Yeah.
It's 21 seconds left to go in the second quarter. 50-0, and Benedictine should take a knee to send this into halftime. Be sure to stay tuned with us for our Richmond-Bacon halftime report. We'll hear from our senior spotlights. We'll talk a little more football. And hopefully our second half we'll be able to get Tron Folsom up here and interview him like we did Demetrius. And they take a knee, and that'll be the last play. That'll be the last play for this opening half of quarter here from Red Raider Field. It's 50-0 here at halftime. Benedictine on top of our Red Raiders. Don't turn to the dial. We're going to have a couple of interviews from our players, and we'll bring you the second half in about 15 minutes. You're listening to the QB Matt Peavy, the Rev Travis Peavy, and 93.5 The Eagle.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent.
Glad you're okay, Sarah. We'll take care of everything.
And the company that stands behind them.
Thanks so much for your help.
No problem.
Auto Owners Insurance.
Bennett Bennett & Johnson Insurance Agency in Alma is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
They are under the direction of Mr. Will Garrett and assisted by Mr. Stanley Garrett. The percussion instructor is Mr. Daniel Ruiz. Band staff includes Ms. Brooklyn Wade and Mr. Eddie Ruiz. Tonight they will be presenting their 2016 show titled Britain's Got Talent, featuring the song Sing by Ed Sheeran, Hello by Adele, and Pompeii by Bastille. Soloists include Brittany Ashcroft, Ethan Vaughn, Cameron Gibson, and Hunter Lewis. Drum major, Peyton Carter, is your band ready? You may take the field for your performance.
Johnson up here?
No.
You're welcome.
Degrees was left, right? Last thing ever, like it's just getting on the shirt. And then I think April was going to do it so well. And I was so
now. We've got our old faithful Shane Bennett is here with us. He's going to come on the air with us in just a few minutes.
It got cold down there on the sideline.
She had to come up here and get warm. Anyway, your Bacon County Red Raiders are taking on the chin during the first half. Benedictine Cadets are up on us 50-0. And I'm not sure it being a region game, but I'm relatively sure that we'll probably see a running clock in the second half.
Shane, tell us a little bit. You were down on the sideline. Tell us some of the injuries. We were trying to figure it out as we were seeing that you know about for tonight's game.
Well, Garrett Anderson, he suffered.
Let's see if we got his mic on. Should be. Talking to it.
1, 2. Test.
We're trying to figure out what in the world. I don't know why. We thought his mic would work, but it ain't working. All right, talk to us, Shay.
I've got a virus. You're going to have to reboot me. Garrett Anderson suffered a concussion Monday, and that's his second one of the year, so he has a 2-week stint he's going to be off. Of course, I know y'all probably talked about Bloodsworth. He's got the shoulder separation. He's out for at least another week. They're saying maybe get a cortisone shot next week and maybe play against Bryan County. We have one more injury, and KJ Castile is sick with some sort of a kind of a flu or virus, and the rest are our regular injuries.
Tito, looks like Tito's on. Did you see anything with him? I see he's not even dressed up down there. Looks like, did he have an ankle when he come off, or did you?
Yes, he did. I'm sorry. And we had one more. Of course, I don't know if you know, Wesley is actually sitting down there with us tonight. He's on the sidelines.
It's good to see him. I thought that was him, number 32.
Yeah.
It was good to have Xavier Hayes back. He's only had one catch tonight, but he caught the ball and made it move.
And
then
looked pretty good. And back punting as well.
Yeah. Had some good kicks. But it's going to be a running clock here in the second half. It's 50-0 here. We've got 40 seconds plus 2 before we kick off. The Raiders are warming up. The Cadets are warming up. And we were just looking at some scores while that's actually what we were talking about when you come back quick and call us off guard, was the playoff situation. Jeff Davis is up 9-2 is what Vidalia Communications is reporting. That's not always legit until the final, but 9-2, and so we were kind of playing out the playoff scenario, and Bryan has beat Swainsboro. If Jeff Davis beats Bryan and we win out,
it'd be a three-way tie, basically.
Yep, three-way tie, and then we'd go back to a playoff that we'd done, 5 years ago?
It's been 5 years ago in Long County like we did. And
that's the night we lost Jay Jackson in that terrible injury.
The injury similar to what Wesley Cawthorn got.
And if Jeff Davis can beat Swainsboro next week and we win out, we would get the 4th seed. Is that correct?
That is correct. And we would probably, in all likelihood, play Jefferson County.
So we are really, unfortunately, we are on the Jeff Davis bandwagon this year and pulling.
Yeah, that's almost hard to say. That's like pulling for the Gators. It just doesn't come out naturally.
No, it doesn't. But we hope the Jackets take care of business the final weeks. I was talking to my brother-in-law who coaches over there, and I said, man, come on, if you can just win one game for us, beat Swainsboro this year, please. But we got a long way to go here left in the second half. It's 50-0. When we come back, we'll have close to the opening kickoff. You're listening to 93.5 The Eagle. Why does that give us a minute or so? Why is it not working up here? As we're getting ready, it's a minute 57 left to go here in the before halftime, before the second half. I'm sorry.
Get it out.
I can't get it out. Blah, blah,
It's
blah.
easy for you to say.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out. I'm sick of dealing with technical issues tonight. But Ware County's up 29-0 on South Effingham. Fitzgerald taking care of business 33-7. As we were talking before half, you watched the Benedictine team last year, and tell us what you were telling me about your thoughts on how good this team is compared to last year's team.
Well, they're just a more well-rounded team this year. Last year they still had some holes to fill, and they went out and got those folks, and they have filled the holes. And what's more impressive to me, they've got some size on that side of the field, but they have got some immaculate speed. Just the speed that I know a lot of these passes in that first half, you're thinking he's out-thrown him, and he runs under the ball with plenty of room to spare. It was impressive to see that. And that's one of the best 2A teams I've seen in a long time.
Yep.
With what we've got in Benedictine.
Not only that, but they bring equipment with them. I think they got a 65-inch TV over there I'm looking at right now.
Well, I hope they brought more footballs because 4 of them are going in the creek down there, and they're not getting those back.
I'm sure they won't have a problem with that. They can just sell that TV and get footballs. Irving County 40, Wilcox County nothing. And I was looking around, Lowndes 21-10. That is at the halftime, actually at the half there, and Clinch County 46-0 over Lanier. Brantley 27, Appleton County 21, as Brantley was blowing Appleton County out.
That's homecoming from them as well.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. And Brantley County's got a good team this year.
That coaching staff over there in Brantley has really turned things around. Even the JV game this past Thursday night, we went over there and played them. They beat us 12-8. Real good game, but a lot of fans out for Brantley County just in the JV game. So it's exciting to see what a coaching staff coming in and not taking away from this coaching staff here, because I'll tell you, Coach Langford has done a tremendous job with what he was handed this year, and then he has, I hate to say, has not been able to catch a break this year. He's caught a lot of breaks. It's just been the physical breaks he's been catching this year.
That's right.
With the injury bug that has just plagued him all year long.
Before we go to kickoff and we switch over to the Rev, Shane, you went up to the state playoffs to watch our ladies in the second round, our Lady Raiders at Social Circle, and talk to us a little bit about that game, the weekend. We know that they've made it to Columbus. We gave a shout-out for them. But how well did they play, and what can we look forward to out of our Raiders?
Well, I say Brent and I have been covering these girls for the last several years when they go to playoffs and region and all, and I'm telling you, this is one of the best teams I've seen. They've got speed on the base path. They've got athletic ability on defense, and offensively, anybody up and down the line, 1 through 9, can hit the ball out and lay it down for a bunt and base hit.
Well, we wish our Lady Raiders the best of luck. They play Thursday at 2 o'clock against Heard County. Anybody that can travel, or you can watch that game online, as Brent Johnson and his team will be there, and they'll be live streaming that. And so you can contact him, and you can get that information to watch our Raiders. Our opening kickoff was a pooch kick to about the 25-yard line, brought out to the 30 by the Cadets, and that's where they'll take over, ball about the 30-yard line. 11:30 and ticking here. You're going to have a running clock. In the opening of the third quarter, it's 50-0. Benedictine on top of the Raiders. Do you expect their second team to come out? It looks like it.
Yeah, they should be. And you're going to see a lot of runs just right up into the teeth of our defense, just trying to keep things contained a little bit. Coach Britt, I know, is not going to try to deliberately run it. Now, we see some shotgun and throwing some passes here. I have a different opinion, but it appeared that he was just going to try to run. And the first play is going to be for a pass.
Throw out to the flats, number 24, and we tackle him, and he breaks the tackle. He's holding on and breaks a couple tackles, and he goes forward for a gain of probably 5 on the play. Ball's going to be about the 35-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Cadets. Yeah, they come out in a shotgun formation and double twins to the top and to the bottom and just threw it out to the flats. We had a linebacker there.
Yeah, and Benedictine does a real good job of getting the ball outside really quickly. Even on those jet sweeps and stuff they're running, the ball's outside before you can snap your fingers good. They're doing – that's impressive side of them on offense.
They come from shotgun to double wing now. Number 24 looking like he's the fullback in the set. And they've got receivers up to the top and to the bottom. They're going to run that clock down to about 6 seconds on the play clock. Headed to number 38. He's got a somewhat of a hole. He breaks a tackle. Good
Just
Lord. He
tearing
ran up
and ripping right down for another 10 yards after being touched.
We hit him at the line of scrimmage, and then he shot out of there for a 10-yard gain, like Shane said, and a first down for the Cadets. We're going to have to tackle.
One thing I've noticed, man, I'll cut you off there. This is the first time on the sidelines I just saw that glazed over look in the guys. They just like they've been overwhelmed by what they've seen so far.
It's been probably been a flash for him.
Yeah, well, I don't know. That was a long first half.
I think it was an hour and 20-something minutes is what I looked at. That double wing, they hand it to number 38. There's a penalty flag down the backfield. However, he's down the sideline out of bounds at about the 39-yard lines where they're going to mark him. But that looks like a holding or a false start maybe on the Cadets. We're going to wait.
While we got a chance, Tom, I don't know if you remember in the first half we had the catch that fumbled into the end zone off the kickoff.
Yes.
That ball should have been dead, and we talked to the officials about that. They apologized after the fact that it was wrong. It should have come out to 20. Any ball that goes into the end zone, regardless of how it gets there, is a touchback.
So the Rev was right on that one. There's so many rules in between these. I thought maybe he done the right thing and brought it out.
Well, we talked about it, and I went and asked the official about it, and he said no. He said, and actually he said I owe the coach one because I was wrong on that. So,
well, I wish he could just add about 49, 50 points on the board for the OU one. And that's going to be was that a holding penalty? I was up here talking. However, it's going to be 1st and 15. And the Cadets have the ball on the 40-yard line. Their side of the field, they're going to hand it to their fullback, and he's got a hole or two, and he's met in the middle. And, boy, we hit him hard, but then he bounced forward for a gain of probably about 4 yards on the play. KJ Castile looked like he was in on the tackle there and delivered the initial blow. And the clock is ticking down almost under 9 minutes here. Chris County 26, Cook 14. Chris County was down 14-0. I play softball with some guys from Crisp County, and they say that this is the best team they've had in the last 10 years. They've got a couple of linebackers that are Division I prospects. They're going to go to shotgun now, and they're going to throw a little screen out to number 36. Little out. He's tackled after a gain of probably 5 or 6 on the play. Ball is going to be at the 50-yard
line. And if we stop them here, I think this will be the first time we've stopped them on third down all night.
Yep, it's going to be a third down and long. And if we could come out and just drive the field like we did right before half, we'll be in good shape this half.
Yeah, I remember last year when we played them, I don't know if you remember, Coach Britt, we drove the ball down, was about to score. He put his big boys back in just to keep us from scoring.
Stingy.
Yeah.
Under 8 minutes almost here to go after this play. They're going to take it and hand it to number 36, who bring him in motion from the slot, and we're going to tackle him short of the first down. It'll be 4th down. They're on our side of the field. Will they punt it or will they go for it? 4th and about 3.
You'd think they'd want to practice their punt team.
I don't know. I wonder how many punts they've had this year. They played Glen Academy, which is a team out of the division, who won 24-13 or something like that.
Yeah, and then Coach Yates, that's where he just came to us from. So
you talk about coaching staff. They're going to do a double wing. They're going to go for it. Actually, they're marking a hard count. And we didn't jump. The Raiders showing a little bit of discipline. That clock's still ticking. 4th and 3, 4th and 2, and it looks like they're going to call a timeout. Maybe they'll punt this one away to us. So the Raiders were able to hopefully hold the Benedictine Cadets on their opening series of the second half. But going back to Coach Yates, we won't go back to the studio right now. But Langford's done a good job, and Coach Yates has done an impressive job on defense.
Yeah, he has, and I know you guys talk about it up here, but throughout the year, you've seen each week they've gotten better at what they're doing. Last week we got sucked in on one play there that kind of changed the dynamics of the game there in the first half, where our defensive end bit. But if we keep spreading the ball out like we've been doing against the Bryan and the Metters, we should be able to win out. And hopefully the scenarios we were talking about earlier with Jeff Davis, maybe taking it to Swainsboro, we'll have a shot at this. And I told Coach Porcel from the New York Giants NFL, said it all starts from scratch when you get into the tourney. So
that's right. That's right. It goes. The records go out the door.
I tell you, if this coach can make it to the playoffs with all he's had to endure this year, I'm telling you, we're going to need to put a statue out front.
Yeah, man, I would love for him. So Benedictine is going to punt this away. Standing deep for us, is that JP or Legondrick? He's going to kick it from about the 43-yard line, end over end. Legondrick's going to take it at the 8 or 9. Makes a move, no blocking. He's running backwards, quick going backwards. That's where the end zone is. They bring him down at the 5-yard line, and there was just a host of cadets on the tackle. And so that's where we'll start over. Sometimes you just got to go forward and not backwards.
Yeah, east and west is not the right direction on the football field.
Really going back, talking about our season, it's been a season of unfortunate injuries. but we have gotten better. We're playing a lot of young guys in there, and really where we have gotten beat the last couple of weeks have been on special teams.
Yeah, especially last week. You changed special teams. That game is a whole different
We had a blocked
game.
extra point. Is that correct?
We had a yes.
Or did he kick it into the back of one of their players?
Well, no, it was blocked. It was a legitimate block, but they
Jewel hands it underneath the Madison, and there's a late flag falls in there after a gain of about 3 or 4. Go ahead, Shane.
Well, and they had that kickoff return. That was the kind of the knife in the back there. Got a little momentum going. But one thing about that game last week, those kids never, ever gave up.
32 seconds, and we drove 73 yards down
Yeah,
the field.
29.6 seconds, and drove the length of the field. And I'm telling you, that was an exciting thing to watch and see. And it's like that they had the confidence to know that they could do it.
Yeah.
And just barring a busted play, we come out of Swainsboro with a victory. But
Well, like we were talking, last week was the first week we were able to my knowledge this season, really establish a running game where we were just pushing Swainsboro back.
Oh, yeah, and Madison, I've not seen a kid run like that in a while. He ran with vengeance last week, and not seeing that same intensity tonight. And he's not been able to stay on his feet. I don't know. This field is not that slick. I don't know what's going on tonight.
Looks like we were talking maybe he was leaning forward, getting ready to take a hit. Jules standing shotgun, going to hand it to Madison. He makes a cut. Oh, the ball comes out. It popped out, and I think Benedictine got it and tried to run and advance it. We're going the Raiders' way, but I don't know if Benedictine.
They're coming on with the offense,
Yep.
So it looks like they've got the ball.
Madison tried to cut back, and they stuck a helmet on that football, and it popped straight up and into the hands of them, and that's going to be the first turnover of the night for the Raiders. And Benedictine will take over on our side of the field, ball at about, the 26 or 27-yard line.
26-yard line.
Under
27.
It's not? I think there it goes. We were trying to talk about the Rev sitting over here with us. He's taking him a breather. But under 6 minutes here to go in the third quarter, it's 50-0, and after this turnover, Benedictine's going to take the ball. They're in the double wing set. They're going to send a guy in motion. They're going to hand it underneath to the fullback. He breaks a tackle, brought down after a gain of about 6 or 7 by one of our smaller guys. Is that number 9 or number 6?
I think that was Moore. Terrion Moore.
Yeah. Northside Warner Robins 17, Coffee 7. That's a big fullback he just ran up and tackled. Hit him about the thighs area. Yep. They break the huddle, single wing. They're letting that clock run down. Going to send a guy in motion. They're going to hand it on a buck sweep, and he's going to cut up the field, and he's tackled after a first down, I believe. It's going to be very, very close. We'll see the spot. They're not signaling. They did signal. There it is. First down for the Cadets. I'm still getting 9-2 is the score. Vidalia 28-0 over Swainsboro. Toombs 28-0 over Metter. 9-2 is Bryan, and 50-0 here is your score with 4:38 ticking. If you don't see the 3 dominant teams in the region right there in the scores, Vidalia and Toombs, when do they play? Does anybody know? They're going to send a man in motion, hand it to the fullback. He's got a huge hole. He's at the 5 and brought down at about the 4 or 3-yard line. And that'll be first and goal for the Cadets here in the third quarter. It's 50-0 with 4 minutes and ticking and a running clock in the second half. I don't know if it's the last game of the season or if it's next week.
I think it's the last game. I'll look real quick.
That will be the battle for second place here in the region, as Benedictine has manhandled everybody. So they're going to win our region, or already have clinched the region because they beat Vidalia and Toombs. And let's see. So
they play Toombs October 28th, which would be next weekend.
So that will be a big game, and I'd like to be at that one because I think Toombs County has a good team this year.
Oh, they do. I believe they're the better of the two right now just because of their running game and what they bring to the field defensively as well.
The Rev says he thinks that Vidalia has a better defense. Toombs has a better offense. So that'll be a battle.
Should be a good matchup then.
That running back, number 6 for Toombs County, broke the record. Was that? Or no, he coasted for 200 yards or something. I can't remember the night he ran here. And
we held him from the record here.
We did? Okay.
Yeah, he didn't get it here.
That's good news. That's good news. Something good. But Benedictine scores, however, that is not good. As they pound it in, make it 56-0, and that clock's still ticking here in the third quarter. Yeah, and he is Yeah, he is just a junior, and that's not good news either as he comes back. But looking at some more scores from around the area, Chris 33 now, Cook 14, Ware County 36-0 over South Effingham. Rev, see if you can't get a Pierce County score. I think the last score I seen at half was 35-14 over Tatnall. Northside 17, Coffee 7. Sounds like Coffee's playing them tough. Northside has blown out Valdosta. They've blown out. It's 42 to what now? 42-14 the Bears. 36-0 where we reported. But Valdosta was blowing out Lee County earlier tonight. I've not seen a score since.
Well, Lee County's really fallen off after that big start they had.
They started off. They beat Houston. Then, if I'm not mistaken, they went down to north side of Warner Robins, got beat.
They did.
And then they've kind of fell off the wagon. We're fixing to interview one of our favorite athletes from the last several years, Tron Folsom. He's coming in.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
right
me, Matt.
He's going to put on the headset, and we're going to talk in just a minute. So you can listen up to him. But right now it's 1:44 and ticking here in the third quarter, and it's 57-0 as the extra point was good. And Benedictine's JV has been playing this second half, and maybe we can get on the board here soon, 57-0. But let's go turn our attention now to Tron Folsom. Played last night. I didn't even finish the game. What was the outcome of the game last night?
We came back. We won 28-21.
Okay, that's good. Tron has how long you been gone from Bacon County?
2
This your
years.
second year playing? Well, tell us a little bit. He plays at the Troy University. Tell us a little bit about what's going on in your life, what's happening on the football field and off the football field.
Well, I got redshirted my first year. So I kind of went to like a developmental group, and to where I had started putting on a lot of weight because they had signed me for safety, and I started putting on a lot of weight. And then they moved me to linebacker because I had got up to like 215. So I had got injured close to the end of the fall.
A knee injury, wasn't it?
Yes, sir. And I had to have surgery, so I was out in the spring. And I kind of bounced back.
How was that rehab? Everything good with you now?
Oh, yes, sir. I'm 100% now. I'm actually a little better. I'm more faster. I feel like I'm faster out on the field now because of the rehab that I had.
So they tightened those ligaments up a little bit extra, huh?
Yes, sir.
Jewel hands it underneath to, I believe that was Madison, a gain of maybe one or no gain on the play. To be second down, balls on the 9-yard line after the kickoff. And that may be the last play of the third quarter. It's 57-0 here. I think we will get one more off, it looks like. We'll get one more play off here in the third quarter. Tron, tell us, we were talking to Demetrius earlier, what's the biggest difference you see at the college level? You're playing D1 football. Demetrius is kind of playing at a junior college. His goal was to get to D1. What's the biggest difference that you see at college level versus high school?
The game speed. The game speed is a lot different. Like in high school, you got a couple guys that's just the dude that's out there, like the best dudes out there. But in college, everybody came from a good team. Like, everybody was that guy they went to in high school. So, like, everybody, it's a much faster pace than high school. And the gameplay, like, it's so many different plays and schemes that you have to learn, and so many different, like, offenses that you have to look at each week. You have to prepare different. You have to prepare a lot more. And then, like, balancing your schedule between classes and study hall and football. And you just got to be used to having your schedule already planned out for you every day. So you just have to adjust to every schedule that you have.
Are you still having fun playing football? It's not become a job yet?
Oh, I still love it. It's just, it's a job with the classroom and the study hall. But every time, like every Saturday, that's when it really gets fun. And sometimes even at practice be fun for me just because the team that I'm with, everybody just still loves to play the game, so that's what makes everything fun.
In your conference, or what's your overall record this year at Troy?
Oh, we're 6-1, and we're still perfect in the conference. The only loss we have was to Clemson, which was by 6 points.
Yeah, y'all played them tough.
Yes, sir.
So if you're looking back over the season, you still got a lot of football left, but looking back over the season, what's your greatest moment that you remember in a game? Did you have a big play, or just it's something that you remember?
It was against Southern Miss. We was coming back in the game. We was down by 7. We had scored, and on kickoff, we had did kind of a pooch kick. I had ran down, and the guy, he didn't fair catch it. He let it bounce one time, and he tried to like recover it. And I came down and I made him fumble. It was a forced fumble. We got the ball back and created momentum, and the offense went down and scored. We ended up winning the game.
Oh, that's good. We keep watch close with you and keep up with Drell. And Ametris and Jacob are not on TV as much as you guys are, so we're able to watch y'all. Talked to your mom last week. I asked her, or a couple weeks ago, asked her how you was doing in school and with the grades, and she said he's still alive, ain't he? So I know she's keeping you. I know you love your mother. She's a great woman. She pushed you. That's probably why you're at the place you are today, was because of her. So give her a shout out. But it was good seeing you, man. We're pulling for you, praying for you. And I watched you from a freshman grow up and play, and hopefully I know your goal is to make it to the NFL one day, get a degree and make it to the NFL and play for the New England Patriots. That'd be good. That's my team. It was good talking with you, man. So that was Tron Folsom. You heard it. He's playing at Troy University. Very successful, doing good off the field as well. And both of those guys said one thing that's really sticks out of the speed of the game, as you heard Tron say it a little bit more than Demetrius, but every guy on the field plays at a different level. However, here in the game, we're starting the fourth quarter. Dawson Jules is going to roll out from the 5. He's going to throw it to a man incomplete as the pass was off target a little bit, and that'll bring up 4th down and 10 from about the 9-yard line is where the scoreboard has it marked. It's 57-0. And we're just starting here in the fourth quarter. So, Rev, welcome back.
Great interview with these two guys that's come home tonight. We appreciate them. You know what? They're out there pursuing their dream, getting an education. And a lot of that has been afforded because of their hard work, but it's because of the game of football. And that's why you and I love it like we did. I know you give it a lot, but football give a lot back to you and me, and that's the reason we're out here. And a bad night at a football field on Friday night is better than a good night at work.
We had a bad snap and an end over the rear. Xavier just tried to kick it out there, and he kicked it straight up, and I think that's going to be about a 10-yard punt, maybe a 5-yard punt.
You know, if it could go wrong, it's went wrong on us tonight.
You're just playing a fast team. And the JV's in, they're playing hard. Yeah. Ball's going to be spotted at about the –
No, I think this is our varsity.
12 – yeah, talking about him. Anyway, ball's going to be spotted at about the 16, 17-yard line, and that's where Benedictine will take over. Yellow Jackets,
that's
15.
That's Max Prep.
Max Prep is reporting 15-0. The Yellow Jackets on top of Bryan County. Going back to Tron, I've been fortunate to be a pastor of the community as well as you, so you see a lot of kids. Also being a community coach, which is one of the areas where I wanted to work with the kids. They're going to bring a guy across in motion. They're going to hand it out a shotgun to number 34. He's brought down after he gains 4 or 5 yards. Ball's going to be at about the 14, and it'll be second down for the cadets. But you get to work with these kids, and I remember Tron coming in his freshman year, and
long, lanky,
skinny,
couldn't walk and chew bubble gum at the same time.
Attitude, man, he had an attitude. It breaks a tackle number 41 and crosses the 10. We finally bring him down, but not before they gain a first down, and it'll be a 1st and goal for the cadets. But I'm just shooting it out there because I want to make a point. But he stuck with it. His mom pushed him from home.
We wasn't sure he was going to be able to make it.
Attitude changed. He made a decision. He was always good in the classroom. He worked hard, and look at him today. He's a success story of what can happen if you keep things right. And football is a sport of adversity, and it makes men. Touchdown for the cadets on a handoff to the fullback up the middle, 5 yards for the score, and they'll just keep adding to it. That's going to put them up above 60. And it's been a long night for the Raiders. Talking about adversity, we're going to have to bounce back next week as we play Metter here for senior night.
No, actually, we play Bryan here and go there for Metter.
Okay.
I think that's the way it works.
So we got
At least that's what our schedule says. I'm not sure if our schedule is wrong or not, but I think
that's right. We play Bryan here next week. They're going to attempt the extra point, and it's blown dead, a whistle. I don't know if it looks like where it's offsides or a false start maybe, but we'll see that. Let's keep talking next week. If you're still tuned in with us next week, it's going to be false start on the
cadets.
The cadets, they're going to back it up. But next week is huge. It's senior night, and it's a must-win for the Raiders. So we need the 12th man to come out. This season is not done for. Season is not done for, even though it's 63-0, and it feels terrible right now to be on the side of the Raiders. The extra point kick is up, and it's good. It makes it 64-0, but we need the 12th man to come out and be loud for these boys. They need a little boost of energy, because if we can win the next 2 games, Jeff Davis beating Bryan tonight, with that, if we beat Bryan County next week, we're at least looking at a 3-way tie. Now, if Jeff Davis can beat Swainsboro next week and we win as well, we will basically hold our own destiny going into Metter with a victory.
Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy. What's even crazier than that is if we get beat by Bryan and Metter, Jeff Davis would actually have a shot if they went out at possibly getting in there at the 4 seed, what Sydney was telling me, the way some numbers work. That's just – they've only got one do they even have a win?
Jeff Davis, yes, they beat
Metter.
They beat Metter. Yes.
That's right. So just crazy things happen.
Well, here's the thing
and
about
every year, that's it in our region.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Looking at the beginning of the season, you look and you circle the realistically, you're going to go and play and you're going to try to win. But realistically, you circle Vidalia, you circle Toombs County, and you circle Benedictine.
And you think if I can get one win out of that, we're being doing good.
Or who are we going to – if we can beat the bottom tier, then we got a chance to make the playoffs. And that's basically what you look at.
And we're going to take the kick, and we're dancing. We're dancing,
can't dance.
And we're running backwards. And our special team woes – continue here for the Raiders as we got to get somebody. They pretty much quit kicking it away from Legondrick. Ayrton Moore trying to find a hole and was not able to find the hole.
The thing that you've got to –
that's not Ayrton. That's Big Boy.
Man.
That's his brother.
Big Boy. The thing that you got to understand against a team like Benedictine is they're just wanting to try to stop you to dance. You've got to continue to go north and south, and you're not going to break it against them. So you dance, it just means you're going to die where you dance. I mean, for the most part, you're not going to get any yardage out of it. A quick move here or there, keep going north and south.
Trips to the left. We're going to hand it underneath to Madison. He breaks the tackle. He's pounding forward for a gain of probably 4 or 5 on the play. Positive yardage for the Raiders. It'll be second down. Under 8 minutes here to go. 64-0 is your score here in the fourth quarter.
I'd really love to see us take this ball and drive it down here and score.
Bodie Metters comes off the field for the Raiders. He's got finally some playing time tonight at tight end with KJ Castile out. That may come in to help us in the playoffs some. We're going to spread them out. Trips up to the top. We got Legondrick one-on-one down here to the bottom. We're going to shift our running back to the trip side. Shotgun. Jewel drops back. He's going to take it. He's going to throw it. Heave the ball downfield to Legondrick. He goes up and makes a catch at the 40-yard line, and I thought that guy was reaching in for a penalty as Legondrick pushed off, but however, they're going to let it play. And a great catch by Legondrick and a great throw
that was the
by Dawson
ball he's
Jewell.
threw tonight there.
That was. And that ball crosses the 50-yard line down at about the 38. First down for the Raiders.
If we don't score this time, they may pull their first-team defense out back on the field like they've done before. They don't like people to get in the end zone against them.
When you play teams like this, you beat them every week, you got to do something for competition for you guys.
Right.
Trips up to the left. We're going to take it, hand it underneath KJ Brown. Nope, Jewel's going to pull it. He's around the corner. He psyched me out, and he crosses the 30-yard line and comes short, about 2 yards short of a first down, and it'll be 2nd and 2.
Is that the first time he's pulled it tonight?
Yes.
And we see a little bit of fire on our sideline.
A little bit of life.
Yeah.
The band's still hanging around. We've got about you think we got 100 people left?
Yeah, we got more than that.
The people that care.
Yeah, we got a couple
parents
of
of the kids.
Yeah.
And we're going to break the huddle. We're going to run trips. We're still in shotgun. Jewel standing at about the 35-yard line in shotgun formation. He takes the snap, and this time he's going to hand it underneath to KJ Brown, who goes up for a first down for the Raiders, ball at the 25-yard line.
One of our offensive linemen was kind of enjoying watching the game there, and
hey, we got a first down.
We did get a first down.
5:27 and ticking, 64-0 is your score. The Cadets on top. We're still looking for a final from Jeff Davis. We've seen 15-0. We've seen 9-2 reported at Vidalia Communications. Max Preps reporting 15-0. Looking at some scores as we break it, we've got stacked twins to the top and to the bottom. Going to shift Anthony Madison to our right. Take it, going to hand it underneath to him, and he breaks a tackle. And there he goes, another tackle. He's at the 5. Touchdown, Raiders.
Yes.
No flag on the field. Touchdown for our Raiders, and another great run by Anthony Madison.
And we'll take it.
Yes, we will. Good play, good blocking, good cutback lane.
Exactly what the doctor
tackles.
ordered. We needed that big time. Going into bringing Bryan County in here next week, we needed a big boost.
The biggest thing is we let our new kicker, who's been kicking the extra points for us for the last couple of weeks, had a pretty good game last week, 32-yard field goal. To my knowledge, the longest field goal in the last several years. Nobody's told me no on that. And at least he gets to kick one tonight going into next week. So we're going to see it. Xavier Hayes holding it. Kick is up. The kick is good right through the uprights, and it's going to be 64-7 here, and that clock's still running under 5 minutes here in the fourth quarter. And that was a good drive for the Raiders. Some scores: Worth County 35, Daltrey 12, Colquitt 30, Tift County 14, Valdosta 27, Lee 7, Thomas County Central 17, Bainbridge 7, Chris County 40, Cook County 14, Colquitt County, I've already reported them. Looking down to see, Pierce County 35, Tatnall 14, and 52-0 clinch over Lanier County. And those are some scores that we have. The last score that I have from Northside is 17-7, Northside on top of Coffee, which still seems like Coffee's battling them.
Right.
Now they're reporting 15-7, the Redskins. Jeff Davis on top of Bryan County, so we're going to be watching that closely. We need Jeff Davis to hold on.
Somehow, Bryan County, even if they score, they've got to get a 2-point conversion just to tie. So possibly we can get a little bit of good news out of Bryan County tonight if Jeff Davis can hold on.
Yeah, and walk away with a positive here.
Right.
And maybe we can hold them here on defense, and that ends it. We end the game with a little bit of momentum going into next week, feeling good about ourselves. Tito did go out tonight. I'm interested to see. We're going to pooch kick this one. It's a nice pooch kick at about the 20-yard lines where he's going to take it, and we don't tackle very well. Finally, we bring him down after a gain of too many. He didn't bring it out across the 50. I'm being a little tough, but that's one of the things about the pooch kick. If we're going to go down there, we're going to have to hit them. We can't give them a hole. However, under 3 minutes here to go, 64-7. And our Red Raiders in all red, black tops tonight, the Cadets.
I was trying to describe the way we looked. We talked a little bit about Benedictine kind of looking a little bit Texas A&M-ish. And what would you say that just from an appearance, maybe Texas Tech, what we look like a little bit, kind of like Texas Tech, and our all-red unis with black numbers, black hats.
Yeah, score a lot of points, play no defense. Buck sweep number 41, and nice tackle by the Raiders there. Gain of 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
There's not many times this year that Jesus Brown playing defensive line, he's had an opportunity to have a solo tackle, but that was one of them. That's one kid right there. Had a wrist injury, he's playing through it. He's solid as a rock, and he shows up every week. Refuses to go out. That wrist injury, most people would have taken a couple of weeks off, but he's just not going out. He plays center on offense, and he's a mainstay on our defensive line.
Double wing, they're going to take it and hand it buck sweep to the other side this time, and we tackling. Host of Raiders in on the tackle after a gain of 2 or so to go. 1:30 and ticking, 64-7. Is your score here. Cadets on top.
Benedictine's on. They're on 38-yard line, 38.5-yard line. So
stay tuned. Nope, we won't have a report from the coach tonight because of technical difficulties. But remember, as always, we'll wrap this game up. But remember, next week we're at home against Bryan County for senior night. Big implications on the playoff season tomorrow, next Friday night. They're going to take it, hand it to 41 on the buck sweep. He gets the corner. Cornerback comes up, makes the tackle. It's going to be a 1st down and more down the sideline. He goes, finally knocked out of bounds after he crosses the 50-yard line. And that they may get one more play off as it is a running clock, 64-7. And so let's begin our post-game talk. Rev?
Well, it was just a game that got ugly in a hurry, and it hadn't got any better. The one positive that we have tonight is that we're going to go out of here scoring the last touchdown. We had a nice-looking drive, and our offense finally started to click. But we didn't run very well. We didn't throw very well. We didn't We didn't kick very well, and we didn't tackle very well. But now, having said all that, we do understand that we're playing the number 1 team in the state in the Benedictine Cadets in AA, and they showed exactly why they are.
Yes, they're very, very, very well coached. Got a lot of good athletes, and they should go deep